So mark 100 millimeters of filament, and a straw cut to 100 millimeters makes a really handy jig to do that. So I'm pressing the filament up against the straw and just drawing straight down from it to get a nice clean line. And set the extruder to 1 millimeter and bring that down just right to the very top edge of the acrylic. Then I'm going to change the extrude to 100 and hit extrude. And here's the top mark right here, and we'll see how far down it goes. Hopefully, and it went over 100. So I'm going to mark the filament again, right at where the beginning spot was. Reset the extrude to 1 millimeter, and I'll just back it out a little bit until I get the second mark out of there, provided it didn't get melted. I'm going to measure the space in between those marks. And it looks like it is about 24.9, so we'll call it 25. So I told it to extrude, to pull in 100 millimeters of filament, and it pulled in 125 millimeters. So we've got a close-up printer face, and we'll open up Arduino. And then go File, Open, go to the Marlin directory, and go all the way down until now we find Marlin PDE. We'll switch over to the Configuration H tab, and we'll scroll down a little more halfway until we find Default Axis Steps per Unit. It says 88, 88, this is X and Y. And this is Z, and this is the extruder, and this is how many steps the motor turns per millimeter. So if you want to go X 1 millimeter, it has to turn 88 steps. And this is the number, this is the current number of steps for the extruder, which was too much. It gave us 125 millimeters of filament when we only wanted 100. 138 steps. Set to go 100 millimeters, which equaled 13,800 steps taken by the motor. But in that 13,800 steps, we actually got 125 millimeters. So to find out how many steps we need, we divide 13,800 by 125. So that means we need 110.4 steps in our firmware. So the default axis steps for the extruder needs to change to 110.4. We'll change that number to 110.4. Come up here and save. Turn off the power, and then hit this button here, which is upload. Now on my computer I have to wait until this says something about the binary sketch size. I keep my hand on the reset button, I'm ready to push it right there. As soon as binary sketch size pops up, hit the reset button and then wait a few more seconds until it says done uploading. So the printer's back on, we'll close out Arduino, start printer face back up, we'll connect, switch on monitor printer. As soon as it connects, we'll get the extruder turned back on, which right now has gone all the way back down to 33 because it took so long. And while the extruder is heating up, I'll mark another 100 millimeters on my filament. And I'll give it enough room to get all the way down into the extruder. Mark it here. And up here. And that's about it right there. Now we're going to 100. Extrude. Looking forward to stop right now. That's pretty good. That's got to be within at least 0.5 millimeter. So that should be close enough to get good results.